Rome had known conquerors, men who pushed borders outward, who chased glory across deserts and mountains. But after Trajan, the empire needed something different. Not a sword, but a shield. Not an expansionist, but a strategist. A ruler who could hold together the largest empire the world had ever seen. That ruler was Hadrian. He was not chosen for his lineage. He was chosen for his mind. Hadrian grew up surrounded by books, philosophy, and the discipline of military life. His passions seemed contradictory. Half soldier, half scholar, a man equally comfortable debating Greek poetry as he was marching with soldiers through winter snow. He admired strength, but he worshipped logic. He respected war, but he understood its cost. And when Trajan expanded Rome to its furthest reach, it was Hadrian who saw the truth buried beneath the triumph. The empire was overstretched, too wide, too exposed, too hungry for resources. Someone had to stop the momentum before Rome collapsed under its own weight, and that someone was him. When news spread that Trajan had died, Rome murmured with uncertainty. Trajan had been the empire's greatest conqueror. Who could fill that void? Then came the announcement. Hadrian was the new emperor. Some whispered that Trajan's widow, Plotina, had orchestrated his adoption at the last moment. Others claimed that Trajan had intended it all along. But none could deny what followed. Hadrian ruled like no emperor before him. Within months, he made a decision that shocked the entire political class. He withdrew from Trajan's eastern conquests, lands won through bitter war and unimaginable sacrifice. Too many senators. It was a betrayal. 2. Hadrian. It was survival. He believed Rome's strength came not from how far it stretched, but how solidly it stood. He wanted borders, clarity, balance, not endless frontier wars, and so began his mission to stabilize the empire. Hadrian spent more time traveling than ruling from a palace. He marched across provinces, inspecting soldiers, repairing fortresses, meeting governors face to face, listening to the voices of ordinary citizens. He believed an emperor who never saw his empire could never understand it. This journey led him north, to the mist-covered wilderness of Batanea. Here, threats from tribes beyond Rome's reach were constant. Rome had conquered, lost, reconquered, and lost again. Hadrian studied the land, the people, the dangers, and crafted a solution as elegant as it was monumental. A wall, not a simple barrier, but a masterpiece of Roman engineering. Stone, timber, watchtowers, forts, roads. 80 Roman miles stretching from coast to coast. Hadrian's Wall, a statement to the world. These are Rome's borders. Here we stand. Here we defend. It was not a symbol of fear. It was a symbol of control. But Hadrian was more than a military mind. He was a lover of art, culture, architecture, and beauty. He transformed Rome with projects that blended Greek elegance with Roman power. He built the Villa at Tivoli, a sprawling microcosm of the world's greatest cultures. He redesigned the Pantheon into the magnificent dome that still stands today, a perfect sphere touching earth and sky. Hadrian believed architecture could convey what politics could not: stability, identity, eternity. Yet behind this brilliance lay a deep, personal tragedy. Hadrian's closest companion was a young Greek named. The two were inseparable, traveling together, studying together, sharing a bond that even ancient writers struggled to describe. Then, on a voyage along the Nile, Antinous drowned under mysterious circumstances. Some said it was an accident, others whispered of a ritual sacrifice. What mattered was Hadrian's grief. The emperor who had mastered discipline, strategy, and empire could not master this sorrow. He immortalized Antinous as a god's statues raised in every corner of the empire, temples built in his name. Rome had never seen mourning like this. For the first time, the unstoppable emperor appeared human. As Hadrian aged, illness overtook him. His final years were marked by isolation and pain. Yet he still thought of Rome's future. He chose a successor carefully, a man of virtue and reason. Antoninus Pius. But Hadrian added one condition. Antoninus must adopt a young boy named Marcus Aurelius, a boy destined to become one of history's greatest philosophers, a boy whose reign would be shaped by the legacy of Hadrian himself. Hadrian died in 138 CE, leaving behind something far rarer than conquest. A stable empire. A protected empire. An empire built not only with stone and steel, but with foresight. Trajan expanded Rome. Hadrian preserved it. Together, they formed the balance that held the empire together for generations. And next, the story moves to the man Hadrian chose to maintain this golden age, Antoninus. Pius, the Emperor of Peace.